Hi, Raccoon here, and today we are talking about my favorite leader, Zoro, that finally received some support in EB-01. Let's begin. Zoro. Leader with simple yet powerful effect. If he has one don attached, all your characters gain plus 1000 power. Deck I'm showcasing today is built around this simple concept. Go white with cheap characters that are easy to buff with leader's effect and apply pressure on your opponent. Finish the game with rush characters or big unblockable leader swing before the game enters into later stages. Let's discuss the card choices. In this deck we play 3 different searchers. Curly Dadan. The main reason why this build is possible. 2-cost character that on-play searches for 1-cost red character. Not only she replaces herself, so you essentially don't waste resources from hand, but also is easy to buff with leader's effect, thanks to 3000 power stat line. We have 20 targets for Dadan search, so you should be able to find something most of the times you play her. Buggy. The strongest 1-drop in a deck. 3000 power is easy to buff to start attacking opponent's leader. On top of that, on-play effect searches for a red event. We play a mix of offensive and defensive event cards, so you can always adapt to the game state. In total we have 12 targets for Buggy search, as it's absolute minimum to consider playing any searcher in the game. It doesn't feel great, but it's okay to with Buggy search just for his stat line alone. Nami. Dedicated Straw Hat searcher. It's important to remember that she can find any Straw Hat type card, be it character, event or stage. We have 20 targets, 12 of which are events and the remaining 8 are powerful Straw Hat characters. As you can see, deck has rather fixed ratios, 20 targets for Dadan and Nami and minimum of 12 targets for Buggy. Feel free to experiment, but changing ratios too much will lower the deck consistency. Buffing characters with leader's effect is one thing, but we improve our strategy of applying pressure even more with 2 buffing characters. Magura. For 1 don investment we get plus 3000 power for one of our 1-cost characters and have a potential attacker next turn thanks to 2000 power stat line. Makino. Utility 2k counter. If you need, for 1 don you have character on board that you can rest to buff your other 1-cost character plus 3000 power. She also works as removal magnet, as your opponent most of the time can't afford to leave her on board to buff your characters every turn for free. Okay, we have our early game plan, but that's not all. We need some extra gas to apply even more pressure in mid-game. Zoro. Timeless classic, 3-cost 5000 power rusher with Straw Hat type. Easy to fit into turns and buff for powerful 7k swings. Hidden Killer, new addition from EB-01 that revived this deck from the dead. 4-cost rusher that rewards you for pushing your opponent into 2 life cards. In such scenario, with don attached to our leader we have powerful 8k attack finisher for 4 don investment. 5-cost Marco. Most don expensive card in our deck, best played on curve against opponents with only KO options of removal. It means mostly black and yellow decks in current meta. Just remember that leaders like Sakazuki or Red Purple Law will bottom deck him effortlessly, so better keep him as 1k counter in such matchups. Okay, we have our win condition. Let's support it even more with utility and 2k counters. Nico Robin, our answer to Rebecca Blocker and other low power characters. On top of that, it's a 1-cost character that can be easily buffed, searchable by Dadan and Nami. Otama, the best red 2k counter, on demand minus 2000 power to your opponent's character. Brook, basically free Straw Hat character thanks to his effect. On top of that, 2k counter. Let's finish our list with events that are searchable by Buggy and Nami. For the offense we have Diable Jambe, classic event in rush decks. Makes one of our Straw Hats, including Zoro leader, unblockable. Our Silver Ballet if opponent tries to hide behind the blockers like Sabo. Gum Gum King Kong Gatling, new addition from OP06, combination of Fairy Doll, effect and weaker jet pistol trigger. However, what's really important about this card, it's cost efficient. Even without secondary effect we buff our character or leader for plus 3000 power for 2 don. On top of that, if we meet a condition for the second part of effect, we can buff additional plus 1000 power. It's important to remember that you can use second part of effect on different target. Cherry on top is trigger that can clear characters like Borsalino blocker for free. We have very aggressive deck, so just in case we need to live through the turn and defeat our opponent on a clapback, we play the strongest red defensive events. Radical Beam, red classic since day 1. We take life aggressively for resources, and then at 2 life we become a turtle anytime we leave 1 down up. Bad Manners Kick Course. Sometimes we don't have a comfort of leaving open down. Then we can just rush one of our bricks to this 0 cost event and protect 7k swing. So these are all the card choices. Let me know in the comments what cards do you play in your Zoro deck. And now let's watch some gameplay. We play against the black-yellow Luffy. They choose to go second. We have quite interesting hand with Marco, but we don't have turn 1 play, so I will mulligan here. Draw. The only play is buggy. We search for some event. We can either push or go defensive. We have a lot of bricks in hand, so I will pick Radical Beam and pass our turn. We need to build our board against black-yellow Luffy. They play Kozuki Hiyori to manipulate the life, so they are minus 2k counter in hand. Now we will see what was put here. In the life, freedom turn, quite simple. We want to start applying some pressure, not too much, but leader swing is okay. 5000 they most likely take, so I'm not sure what was the manipulation for. And we have some other choices. We can pressure with buggy, but it's not optimal against Luffy. I will just play Zoro standing and pass. Very optimal way would be to have next turn 5 cost Marco and then push turn after that with our rushers. But we will see what they are going to do. They pick GB Luffy and the second carp search is Black Sabo. So quite standard. They have 2 downs open, maybe they wanted to transform early, but it's just 7k push. And we always take it. Okay, we have another rusher, that's good. What we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the 5k swing. So they go down to 2. And afterwards we can either set up Hidden Killer on board or we can play Dadan and another Zoro. And maybe we get some buff for Nami, so it depends, but I think that we just go down here to search for Makino, return the rest, play the Zoro standing, and we pass here. So let's see how they gonna play this turn. They have 9 cards in hand, they can do quite a lot with 6 done, and we will try to pressure them the next turn. So the main idea is to have more attacks than they have the defense, and as you can see I have already Makino to buff buggy. Dadan will be swinging for 5k, and here we have 5 cost Luffy and pushing our life for 6k. Obviously we take it still. Marco a little bit late to the party, but let's see, maybe we can push some nasty damage. So we attach down for sure. 1 for Dadan, 1 for Makino. We are left with 4 and we can push with Hidden Killer. Let's see if we can do it. As long as he's not buffed, we can apply some 5k pressure. Okay, they take, maybe we can even go half-half here, just to punish harder. Go with 6. Okay, 2k counter, another 6, they counter again, and then we go for 6 again, they take, and We don't play kill and killer here because we have double Makino, so we just punish with Buggy, especially that we know that one card is already brick. They trigger the brothers. So we just Makino buff Buggy. Second Makino buff Buggy. Attach Freedom and just go all in. 13k. Yep. And that's enough. Pretty straightforward plan. We kind of rush Black-Yellow Luffy, but we don't want to go too fast, but we also don't want to go too slow. So the first 2 turns we push with our leader and build our board, so they are kind of forced to give us resources from our life. And then we keep our rushers. Optimally, if we would be going first, like in this example, we would like to play Marco on curve, because they can't remove Marco. Marco stays regardless, and it's always 7k swing, even if they buff the leader. And the turn after the Marco, we want to push with double rush Zoro optimally, because then we have 7 don turn, so we can attach 1 don to Zoro. Marco will swing for 7k anyway, and we play double rushers that are swinging for 6. So our 7 don turn after playing Marco for 5 don before is a lot of pressure if we can pull out a combo like that. And then they will need to waste a lot of cards, because as you saw, they are taking the early life. They want to go to 0, but if they go too fast, then we build the board really quickly and we have a lot of pressure on them. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate for our opponent, but we were able to put the correct tempo for this game. So yeah, that's Black-Yellow Luffy for you. We play against Red-Black Sabo. Someone is cooking something spicy with this leader, probably. We have really slow start, so I would like to mulligan this hand, and it's not better. They choose to go second. Okay, so we go first. We start with Nami. Nothing spicy here. Only target Zoro, which is not bad. But we need to consider that Sabo is red-black, so it means some black and red removal. We need to be careful how do we build our board and how we pressure our opponent, and most likely we will be going just face, as they can protect the characters quite nicely. Let me see, do I want to develop Zoro now? They are 4-life leader. I think we can do it. Let's just push, because they are on 4 don turn. I don't expect anything spicy from them, so we can just develop Zoro standing. Especially that we don't have any spicy buffers for Nami or smaller picks. We just develop and see if they can remove him. And they picked Koala, quite important, from Bello Betty. And proceed with Shuraya. Shuraya, very strong blocker, and they push 6k that we obviously take, and they can activate their leader's effect on their turn, because 1 don is attached. So let's see, what do we have here? We have another rusher. We have Kid and Killer, maybe. Let's see how they react for our aggression. Let's start with Zoro swing, and it's actually interesting because they can right now block with Shuraya even on this swing, and our leader is on 6k, so they would get some value here. Let's push for 6, see what happens. They have 6 cards in hand. Here they block with Shuraya, and they actually use the leader's effect. That's interesting, and they can only use it once per turn. So it might be the good time to push into Shuraya actually and be better prepared for the next turns. Let me think here. We can attach to Nami and deploy that done, but I think I want to go into this 5k Shuraya because he might be really annoying. Let's ask him for 2 cards and see how he reacts, because the effect is already used. And are they going to give us 2 cards here? Most likely they used Koala. So because they counter with Koala, it tells me that most likely they have another reducer in hand, or they really want Shuraya to stick on board. They have their own Rush Zoro, and we are running slowly out of gas. We have done attachment already, 5k swing, so we can expect 5k, 5k and potential 5k. So I think we are losing the board. We can't really play anything here. Might be that we attacked a little bit too fast. And now Zoro goes into phase. We will take to get some resources. Okay, we draw. We have some nice rushers. Let me see, how do we want to proceed? Let's see first if they are going to take the free block, because then maybe we can pressure Shuraya. Okay, they let them go. Then what do? We can attach 1 for sure, 1, 2, 3, Dadan and something, and Shuraya still blocks regardless. So let's see if we get some value from this Zoro. Okay, they just block, so they expect the rusher. Oh wait, they didn't attach the Dawn. Okay, so it's a good turn to put some pressure on Zoro, but we will check first if we find something with Dadan. And we found Buggy. It's a good pickup. So we can just push 6 here. Maybe get a 2k counter, but I think if they have... Okay, they have another Koala, so it was a good call. And then we pick, fortunately, Radical Beam and see how our opponent proceeds. They are at 4 cards, so we have quite a lot of advantage, especially with 2 Radical Beams. But it depends how they are going to push, and they have another Shuraya. Quite the annoying blocker, especially for leader like Zoro, that we want to pump with a Dawn. So we want to buff our characters. So he, by playing Shuraya, simply denies our ability to put any pressure with leader's effect. But let's see how they structure the turn. They still have 5 Dawns open. And they follow with Borsellino blocker and apply some pressure with Sabo leader. So we have 6k swing, we can't defend, so Zoro is dead. And then another 5k swing, but it's into Nami, so they want to clear the board this way. Okay, we have Kid and Killer. Let's see first what we get from the Nami. What do we have here? We have another Zoro rush, we will take it. We attach for sure anyway, because those 2 blockers are 6k. 3 for Zoro, 4 maybe for Kid and Killer, but most likely we'll be pushing with our characters this turn. But let's see. Just let's start things slowly. So we can go 6, 6 and 6 here. Shuraya block, very important. But we will continue pressuring the Zoro, effect already used. So let's push another 6k. Now it depends what they have in hand, but we should be able to clear at least 1 target. Okay, that's quite unusual what happened here. Does it mean that we can push 2 times 6 and be safe? Let me see. We get rid of Shuraya first, if it's possible. And then with Buggy we clear Zoro, I hope. Okay, so this is pretty telling, because I was already tapped out, so if they had 2k counter they could have save 1 character. So for me it means that they don't have 2k counters and they will just jam into character Zoro most likely. Yes, okay. Quite simple. And they have Lindbergh, so they will most likely take advantage of his effect. So we would like to start pushing. So let's start with the 5k swing. With that done, they have only 2 cards in hand, so we don't need to push anything crazy. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna push 6 now, because we have double Kid and Killer, so we are not afraid of dying, and we can just pressure them with 8k swing. And now let me count really quick, because we can buff 3, 6 into 4, 10. Yeah, I think we just push with Buggy here. We just buff him into 10k swing and see if they can counter it. But they cannot. They had just Borsino Blocker and Otama. So yeah, the 2 cards were 2 Fire Fists. That's why he couldn't defend his character. So yeah, a little bit slower matchup, because I focused more on a board. Mainly because Shuraya brings too much value in matchups like that, when leader is really pumped, like Zoro, like Whitebeard, even Black Yellow Luffy. Yeah, the Shuraya is arch enemy for those leaders, but as you can see, we had enough gas to overpressure our opponent. And the important thing is that when Sabo uses the leader's effect, actually he helps us to attack for lower numbers with our Winnies to pressure his characters. So have to be really careful with the effect. Nonetheless, very cool game. We play against Red Purple Low. They choose to go first. We have a weird start, I would say. It's just Nami. I will mulligan this hand. Okay, a little bit better. There is a word where we play Marco on curve, but we are going second, which is not the best. Let's see what we get of Nami. And of Nami we get the Robin, Brook, or event. Do we need the Robin? Most likely not. I think Brook will be better here. And we don't have any other play, so we pass. So in this matchup, most likely they will take first to life, we will take first to life, and then it will be resource battle. So we will see who can apply more pressure on the opponent. They start with the Gordon reprint. Okay, they push 5k. Sure, we take another Zoro. Then they play Shuraya, and Shuraya is a problem, as we know, and then follow up with Reiju. Beautiful start. I don't know if there is any stronger start than that. And the problem is there is still Race Max on board, so if I play the Zoro, but they have zeroed on. Okay, that's a good news. So it means that we can push 6. They will take most likely, there is no reason to block it. Then we follow and pass. And it's important because our Zoro will stick. They use the effect aggressively on Nami, so they can't use the effect now. There was also an argument to kill Shuraya with Otama and then Marco. Okay, we take here for sure another Marco. And then 5k swing. 5k swing we can counter. Let me see. With one Magura. Yep. We don't have any one cost characters, unfortunately. Yep, no reducer. So we just attach one, push Reiju. There is no reason to give him another life. He has 7 cards in hand. This is scary. We have 8, sure, but... And it's also risky because I will play Marco to clear the max, but it's also not optimal. Because the point is that they can play another one from hand. They will have 4 done, so they will have enough to clear. Here we see the block +1, which is unfortunate. Zoro is most likely dying. Can we do anything to maybe clear something here? I think we'll play Zoro and we can attach with Brook too. Yeah, this is also the line. But then we are open for the max clear. Yeah, it's weird now that we clear Shuraya. It depends. I think it's more important to ask him to clear Marco early, because the start was quite slow because he used the effect on Nami. He wanted to get value from Reiju. So it depends how he follows now. Okay, Otama. So Marco is at 4. You are not clearing him with just Otama. You need one more. So it's 2 cards investment into Marco. Might be a misplay. Let's see. 5k. We can defend here. We can defend in case that we draw Otama. Counter with a 2k. Okay, then Zoro. Give you another. Okay, and that's it. Okay, no effect. So this is big. The problem is, how do we clear now? Yeah, that one. One block from Shuraya. Marco for 5 can clear Otama, or we can push with Zoro character. I think we need to swing with Marco first. Okay, they block 2k. Okay, this is important. So now we can just clear 2 of them, most likely. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, and we are left with 4. We can go 8, 8. Yeah. 8, 8, 6. Let me see. Shuraya is the biggest problem. Shuraya we must clear. We can't afford to leave him. 2 cards or even 3. Okay. They let him go. So we clear everything, most likely. 7. And another 7. Okay. So this is pretty telling because it was the last swing. So I think he's low on 2k counters now. One was Otama, or maybe he's keeping another Otama to clear something here. Okay, this will be very important turn, depending how he will develop. And if he has another reducer, this is pretty big. Because if he wants to clear without the reducer, he must attach to Dawn. Or use some rusher. Okay, I will counter here, just to keep the board. Yep, blocker kit, no, probably some rusher, no, okay, so this is really weird. I'm not sure what he has in hand. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to develop Marco, 4 dons. You have 7, 7, 7, 8. Yeah, we can go like that, why not? Let's apply pressure. And if he blocks, then we stomp on Kit. And we know he is low on 2k counters now. Or he was keeping them for some reason. So we can just push and apply a lot of pressure. 7. And he needs to expect the Kidney Killer as well, because he's already below 3 life. Okay, he blocks. Yep, 2 cards. Probably he drew them. It means 8. Yep, and then we follow. Okay, it's game. I don't see how he can win. Yeah. Okay, so it was Ain in hand, Rush, Kidden Killer, and the rest was from life. So yeah, that's quite unfortunate, because Red Purple Low, when he sees everything, he's amazing. He's a god. He will just roll you. But if you can bounce back, get some value back, maybe he taps the characters, maybe something sticks. There is no reducer. That's why I was playing the bigger characters, especially Marco. I think there was some misplay with Otama. Maybe he thought it was the blocker Marco. I don't know. But he used Otama. Otama is minus 2000, so there is no way you are clearing Marco with Otama. Maybe he wanted to target Zoro, so it could have been some issue. But wow, we also had the trigger in life to clear something from board, so we would bounce back for sure, because we started clearing him. He tapped out, and we could answer his tapped out characters simply by attaching those. So simple fundamentals there. So yeah, partially skill, partially luck, but we were able to turn around the game, and Shuraya, this card is just disgusting. Very cool card printed. So yeah, that's red purple low for you. We play against Perona. Quite a bit matchup. We'll go second. Let me see. We mulligan this hand. Really slow start. This is not better. Ooh, that is really bad. That is really bad. We are passing here. Yeah. Okay. This is bad matchup because she can tap everything that we have. We take the first swing for sure. But here Marco will be important. Okay, what do? We pressure, right? Right, because it doesn't make sense anyway. She will tap. But they need to tap one, maybe Ryuma. Let's see if she has it. 5k, Nami first. Okay, Radical Beam, why not? And then we play Zoro and see what happens. We don't want to swing here, I mean, she will tap him most likely anyway. This is unfortunate, and maybe we follow with Ryuma or 6k swing. 8k swing, wow. Wow. And we want to save him? Into 8? Maybe? Is it stupid? But we can put some pressure. Actually? Nah, I think it's not worth it. Not that early in the game. Okay, another search, sure. No cards, okay. So some whiff. Now it's important, we have 6 dons. So we just swing. And we play our best card in this matchup. That is our beautiful Marco. And we pass. Let's see. We have 7 on turn, so still no Moria. And Moria has some nice targets. So let's see what happens. 7k swing into life. I would take most likely anyway. Another rusher, that is good. And then we have Sabo, sure. Yeah, we can do anything about Sabo anyway. Maybe we stomp on him, we will see. So 1 card in hand, 5. We attach for sure. 3 into 7 if they take, maybe, or buff with Magura. Yeah, let's start with the 6k, quite neutral. Swing, sure. Yeah, let's see. Let's go first like that. Let's see if they block or if they take. So we follow up with 7k. And this is important, they block here, and this is big. They took the life, they are on 2. And Sabo is 6k, and they use the 2k counter here. And we follow up, it's 8k, boom. Yep. Never... I mean, you see Zoro player with 4 dons open. Don't do it. Like... I mean... but... It's hard to say, because it depends what he has in hand. Maybe it was correct call, because he was expecting me to stomp on Sabo. But now there is no tempo on his side. What he can do? Play Moria, right? Value Moria, maybe. We have Ryuma. Ryuma clears, okay. And then brand new search. To life, risky, yeah, attach. Okay, but it doesn't help because we don't block. We use this one for sure because it's really easy here, but do we want to ditch? Do they play Rebecca in Perona? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Wow. To have Diable. Let's throw away one Magura. Let's see. 7. What is 7 done? 1 Ryuma. Okay, 3 done. Oh, Ryuma, okay, that's nice. Okay, so throwing away Magura was good call. I forgot about the new Brook. New Brook is pretty strong. I like him. Okay, but it's free hand cards. I have Diable. We put him on 0 this turn, right? 6. Let me think really quick. 7, 7, 7, right? Plus 3, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9. And maybe even more with this one. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Let's start neutral. We put him at 0 anyway. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Wait, he's already 7, right? 4, 7, 11, 3, 9, 10, 11, 11, 11, yeah. Yep. 11 and 11, yep. Oh yeah, Perona pretty strong, but the moment that you play Marco, you can really stick to the board and start doing a little bit more pressure, because Perona has no bottom decking. Okay, she has the Brook, she can trash Marco, and then he's gone. But if you are able to keep the tempo going, then there is a possibility that you will overpressure Perona because it's 4 life leader. If it would be 5 life leader, then maybe we are too slow. But because she's 4 life leader, she has to take care of your smaller characters, but you also have rushers. So you already have value from your characters. You are okay if she's clearing them with Ryuma, with attacks, whatever. Because you are putting pressure with rushers. And it's not really worth to her to rest your smaller characters. Sure, here Brook came in clutch, clear Nami, because if Nami sticks, then we are ready, we are buffing. We have a lot of push power, but also a lot of defensive power, like the Bad Manners key course. When you are playing against Zoro, and you really want to clear something, maybe push 8, maybe don't push 7, because 7 is like possible to defend even with the bricks in hand, thanks to the 0 cost event, so something to think about. But for us, from Zoro perspective, push, 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 play Marco, let him stick, and try to clock the game before they can start playing Moria, playing 10 cost Doffy. So don't take too long to close the game. Put them at 0, finish with Diable Jambe and Handshake. So yeah, that's Perona for you. We play against red-green Luffy. I will go first, just because. Mulligan. Okay, not the worst hand. He can restand, right? Right. Okay, but 4 life leader. Okay, we don't have anything to play, so we just pass. 2 don't turn, Monkey D. Luffy. Let's see. Do they have some cool combos? Long time. 2 don't open. 2 don't open means I will swing first. And then we develop. We want to develop that one first because we might pick Buggy. There is no Buggy to pick up. Do we have 0 cost blockers? Probably not. We can pick Magura for some buffing power, so we keep 2k counter in hand. And then play Nami. And from Nami we would like to pick most likely another Zoro. Rush is good. And we are getting into the turns when we can start applying pressure on the 4 life leader. Let's see. Okay, they put the pressure this way. We take the first 5k, no problem. Some value. Are they going to punish us in any way if we take 2 in a row? Maybe we want to actually counter here? No, because we clear the board most likely. We can take 2. It's okay. Okay, draw. Yeah, 5 don't turn. Quite simple, I would say. Let's just extract some value from the character Zoro. The counter, sure. Let's ask him for 2k counter. They let him go, sure. Because of that, I think we can follow with our Rush Zoro. So we force him into some action here. And we have quite a lot of counters to 2ks. Nami is standing just in case to push him. So let's see. And he still needs 4 dawn to restand, so there is nothing to restand right now because he can only invest 2. Yeah, I think it's smarter to push 5k into the dawn. Then we have, okay, the blocker low and Bonnie. Nice value. That's unfortunate that she's not the... Wait, not zero Ooh, okay. We get the value. Okay, one down we need to keep. Or we can just Marco. Let me see. 2 downs left, 6-6. And Marco should stick. Let's see how they react. Let me push 6 first. So we have some nice buffing power also. Okay. Do we want to develop Marco or do we want to pressure? I think we want to pressure at this point. He's at 1 life. So 1 down we will keep 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think it's okay. Wait, it's 5 and then we can push 8 into low. Yeah, if he takes the free block. Let's see. Wait, 6 because it's Magura. Okay, plus 3. Yeah. So we attach 1 down to the leader. Sure. And now killing killer. Ooh. So many bricks in hand. And your board is empty because Nico Robin is the best girl. Let's see. So yeah, that was the situation that I was thinking like maybe I can keep Marco for something more important, and he already took life so aggressively that we can really overwhelm him with our board. Like there is no possible answer now, yeah, because you see, it doesn't matter what he plays. You can play all the blockers, but it doesn't matter because I can have Diablo. We have essentially 6 attacks plus Rusher, the 7th one. So we are in a spot where there is really no answer, even with the restant effect. It's already too late, and this is the weakness of the 4 life leaders. When you play 4 life leader, you need to be mindful that there are still aggro decks in the meta, especially in EB-01. It's Zoro, it's red, purple, low. Some players still play Yamato. For life leaders, you need to be really strong leader to make sense to play him. However, if he goes to the turn where he can play 8 cost kit, or maybe put him even behind Rosinante, then we have a game where we are on the clock, because 8 cost kit brings so much value in this matchup, and my list is not playing Gordon. We are playing only Otama as reducer, so sure, we can use Robin or we can use Marco to pop the blocker, but then we need to clear Captain Kid through attacking into him. So yeah, the best way is always just go face, get some value from the board, because Luffy is partially green, so obviously if they lose on board, they lose the game, but push. So yeah, that's red-green Luffy for you. We play against Blue Crocodile and they choose to go first. Bad matchup for us, actually. Perona search. Perona stacking. It's bad matchup for us because they can control the board quite easily, which is not optimal for us. We'll start with Dadan, best Mami in game. Pick the Makino and pass. So yeah, start is pretty standard. The problem with Crocodile, we take the first life. The problem with Crocodile is that they have a lot of tools to bounce something, and sure, if it's Searcher, they bounce the Searcher, we get some kind of value, but the characters that they bounce, like 5 cost Marco or any big Dawn investment, is really annoying. But let's see, maybe we can put enough pressure on him. So we need to build white board and then start swinging. So let's see, for those we can play 1, 2, 3. We're going to find anything, maybe Zoro, but probably not. Yeah, so we just push 6 and then spam our small characters, and I think we want to push in this matchup, especially that he has some big characters. I will pick the aggressive events. So then Nami, Zoro or Diablo, both are good. Next turn maybe, but we don't want to play Marco. Yeah, let's play Zoro here. Just because we don't want to play Marco and we don't have any other rusher. And then we set up like that. Okay, another Zoro. Sure. Okay, pass. So the point is, now we build a board. We have some buffers in hand, so depending what he plays now, we can pressure him. But let's see. 5k leader swing. I will still take it quite easily, and we have X-Drake. What was it? Blocker, 5 cards. Okay, strong. And I can't really clear him in any good way. It's okay. It's okay. We have other ways to force him, maybe into taking free block. Let me see. 6 on turn, attach 1, 2, or 5. Ooh, perfect. Okay, let me see how they react, because we don't want to play Marco here. We don't want to play Marco here. 5k swing, what do you do? Counter, sure. 6k. Another 6k. Okay, makes sense. Now the question is, do we want to develop rusher now? I think yes, we just play over the Nami and push another 6. Okay, they take quite a lot of damage, but also they have such a huge hand now. 7 cards, we have 8. We still have some buffs. Might have been better to swing with the characters. Okay, here we let them clear. 8k. Why the investment? We protect here. I think we protect. Yeah, 2Ks. And then they play another Duffy. So yeah, they have the blockers. Can we bite free block maybe? Let me see. We clear Perona because Perona is clearing our board for free. Okay, good. Then we have a buff. Okay, let's put 6 first. Let's go slow. Because they have 2 blockers. If it would be a different scenario, then we maybe attack differently. We push another 6. And they block, sure. Then we push another 6. Most likely take, sure. And trigger the Gum Rain. Okay, they return to our hand, sure. We have some choice here. We can play 3 and 7. Let me see. 3, 7, 8, right? Right. We push 8. They block. And then we play the buggy that they returned. We play over the Nami. No, not Nami. Or over Nami. Over Nami is okay. And then we pick another buffing event. So what do we have? 9 on turn. Blue deck, 9 on turn. Sanji? I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't have experience. Okay, let's just counter with Marco. Let's see. Yeah, Sanji. Okay, so I was correct. We have the blocker from top. So he actually stacked them. But I think it's not enough. And I will show you something. 9k power, okay. You see what happens here? Okay, then look. Plus 3000, plus 1. 3000, plus 1. We have already 7, 7, 6, 7, 7. Yep. So, boop, boop. I'm pretty stacked. So, yeah. And 7, 7. Yep. Yup. Okay. 7. Doesn't matter anymore. Wait, see, I didn't attach. Okay. But, yeah, regardless, you see what I mean. If you... This event... GG. So This event is amazing because you can split. You can split the buff. You apply 3000 first and then 1000 where you want. So when you have character like Buggy, you buff Buggy 3000, 1000 into your leader, don't attach, and you have 7k swing and 7k swing leader with just 2 don. I mean 3 because 1 must be attached, but still. This event is amazing, and if your opponent is a little bit slower deck, or they rely on characters like Sanji, they rely on characters like 8 Cost Moria, or any other character that has 7000 power, then this event is amazing, because you most likely already have the board built. They just play the big character on curve, be it 8 or 9 don, and then you are ready to punish them for it, just to finish the game, just like here. So pretty cool that I was able to showcase why this event is so great. So yeah, Blue Crocodile. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more One Piece content. See you in the next video. Bye bye.